before the end of the third quarter, so Temple can get into this fourth with still a chance to win the game.
Fenich's shot goes wide of the net. Pitt still in possession. Is Teletovic. Looks for an opening, passes it back out behind the net. And Madsen, looks like a foul was called. She didn't agree with it. Temple once again with the short end of the stick. Teletovic will bring it back in for Pitt.
This is a huge play right here. You got to get a stop.
Faked out a little bit there.
Got to stay strong for these next 10 seconds and get an extra defender out there. Right now they're a man down.
That was Naylor. Good defense by Temple to kill this power play. As Giandonato with possession looks to find an open player.
There you go. Gauman coming in as the extra defender.
Hendrickson now looking for her fourth goal. Gets an opening, closes quickly, bails out. Goes back out. Now Moon looks for an opening.
Over the head.
Overshot it a little bit. Back into Temple's possession now as Temple. The minute 30 left in the third quarter, they'll look to tie it up before the fourth. Just bringing it downfield, has a little bit of open space.
Big final minute 15 for Temple.
Liberio passes it out to Gauman.
You want to get this thing tied up going into the fourth. Give your team a chance.
Liberio, and foul's called.
They just got to do what they did the entire first half. Use this final minute to work it around and get a good shot.
Absolutely.
But Liberio has a chance right here.
Liberio puts a shot up, save by Moon.
And a great job by the Pitt keeper there. She kind of anticipated that they were going to go low with the shot, as the last goal for Temple that was scored was a low shot at the ankles of Kane, so she was ready for that one.
Yeah, Molly Kane on the goalkeeper, excuse me there. This ball gets away, and Temple loses possession once again.
Sloppy turnover.
Goes back into Pittsburgh's bench area. Pittsburgh now brings it back down. Looking for an opening.
Coast to coast here. Grolman with the save.
Grolman's done a great job this half, limiting the damage. She passes it back out. Madsen looking for it. Ball got deflected, it looked like. Pitt now back into possession and a score. Looks like that was
Hendrickson again, I think. Yep.
Yeah,
she's something.
Jenna Hendrickson with her fourth goal of the game. Just unbelievable play by her with 5 seconds left. She came out of nowhere, stole possession from Temple, just comes right in, gets a shot off the goal.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turnover there. I believe it was Herbert for Temple. Just lost possession of the ball, and maybe if you get out of there, it's 8-7 going into the fourth quarter. You still got a chance to tie it up in the middle of the fourth and have a chance to win it at the end of the game. But Hendrickson just too good of a player, obviously, and she takes advantage of the turnover. And like King at the end of the first half, scoring in the final 4 seconds, Hendrickson does the same at the end of the third there and gives the Panthers a 9-7 lead. And now that makes things way different for Temple, and the likelihood of them winning this game is way different now. I mean, you had a look there to maybe tie it 8-8 at the end of the third with the power play, and then you turn it over back to Pitt. They score, making it 9-7. So now you think you maybe have a chance to tie it, but you're down 2 going into the fourth.
End of the third quarter, Pitt takes the lead 9-7. We'll be right back for the fourth.
Oof, that was a bad turnover.
Yeah, that was rough.
Jeez.
Yeah.
There's only one way to win. It doesn't have shortcuts. It's a spirit to outwork, outsmart, and outlast the competition.
Catch me if you can!
It demands boldness, grit, and guts. It says we can, and we will. It's what separates us from the rest.
Can you believe it?
There's only one way to greatness, and that's the American way.
Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. Pitt leads it 9-7 at the top of the fourth quarter. Jenna Hendrickson with 4 goals on the game. She's been spectacular, and she's been the difference between a lead and a deficit for Temple, which they're currently in 9-7 right now. As for the face-off, Pitt gets control and immediately knocked down, looks like by Gauman there. Gauman disagrees. She thinks it may have been a little exaggerated.
Yeah, I mean, Temple making things really hard for a comeback here in the fourth quarter. I mentioned at the end of the third, you had a chance to possibly tie it, and now you find yourselves in a 2-goal deficit. So now it just makes it that much harder to tie this thing up because, you know, scoring 3 goals unanswered against this Pitt team is a lot to ask.
Pitt now with an early power play, a green card on Gauman. As Giandonato looks to bring it in, out to Coughlin now. Back to Giandonato. Passes it back out. Behind the net now. As Coughlin looks for an opening. Teletova. Or Teletovic, excuse me. Back out to Coughlin, puts it in, and
looks like a
goal, yeah. Power play goal for Pitt. A lot of traffic there, just able to find a small opening and get it in.
Yeah, so I mean, things clearly starting to get away now from Temple, and that kind of just shows the difference of the caliber of teams between Temple and Pitt. You know, Pitt kind of ready for this kind of moment, and that's Emily Coughlin's second goal of the game, I believe, or she had an assist earlier, one of the two. So some great contribution from Coughlin today, and yeah, Pitt kind of just showing that they are the better team, and they weren't going to let Temple get themselves in a tough spot in this fourth quarter as they grow their lead to 3 now after it being tied 7-7. So 3 unanswered for Pitt, and now Temple going to have to make it 3 unanswered if they just want to even tie this thing.
Yeah, 8th goal of the season for Emily Coughlin, her second of the game. One of 2 Pitt players with multiple goals, the other being Jenna Hendrickson with 4. As Temple now looks to regain some ground, they're going to have to do it quickly if they want any chance of winning this game.
Yeah. Time is definitely ticking. There you
go.
They
get a quick goal there by, it looks like, may have been
Faccioli, I believe.
Faccioli with her second goal of the game. Gets it off quick for Temple. And now back to a 2-point deficit. If they can get another one of those quickly, all of a sudden they're right back in it.
Well, I mean, this. You just wrap around Kane, and she just caught the ball and went. She didn't really think too much about that one, and she definitely caught her defender plus the goalkeeper Kane off guard. There you have it, 6th goal of the season. So a great play by Faccioli, and what's very good about that play is she kind of understood the situation, time and score. You're down 3, and there is not much time left, 13 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So your team needs something, and they need it now if you want this game to continue and get out of here with a win, maybe even possibly forcing overtime. So a great job by Faccioli understanding the assignment in that situation, that a goal was needed in an urgent manner.
Jenna Fascioli wasting no time as Pitt wins the faceoff. Almost a turnover there. Ball bouncing around a little bit as the ball gets deflected. Temple now in possession.
There you go.
As they look to get an opening. Out to Aaron King. King puts it back out. Now Cassidy Brown back out there, the freshman.
Yeah, and King with 3 goals in the first half. And, I mean, pretty quiet here in the second. Pitt, like I mentioned, definitely talked about her at halftime. They got to shut King down, and they have done so thus far. But still 13 minutes for her to get that 4th goal.
Gauman back out there now, back behind the net. Fascioli puts it back out. Still behind the net. Fascioli got the last goal for Temple as she puts it back out for Liberio. Liberio looks for an opening. As Martin puts a shot up way high of the net. But Aaron King there to get the rebound.
There you go. Just wide. Gauman
with a shot. It was just wide of the net. Temple will look for another opportunity here. As Liberio looks to...
You got plenty of time, so you could still play your pace of game that Temple liked to play in that first half. Run your sets.
King now already with 3 goals as she looks to throw it into some traffic, and a foul is called.
Nice. Temple.
Looks like they'll have a free shot here.
Still has plenty of room, plenty of time to operate in a comfortable manner.
Looks like it's Fascioli. She'll get an opportunity here, and a save by Kane.
Wow.
Really good save.
Just so impressive how they can just get the ball shot at their head at about 70 miles an hour and just stop it just like that, right at their face.
It was a Sheridan out there now. Brings it back up down the field for Pitt. Pitt now looks to extend the lead back out to 3. Temple looking to keep that from happening. Giandonato in with it, passes it back out to Zuko. Behind the net now. As Pitt looks for an opening in some traffic. Fenich. Now a foul is called. Looks like Fenich might have a shot on goal. Looks like she will. Jill Fenich. So there's some discussion here now. Fenich will shoot. She'll pass it out to Teratovich, and another foul is called. We'll have another free shot, this time by Leonzi. Leonzi fires and scores. Leonzi's first goal of the game puts Pitt back up with a 11-8 lead, another 3-point lead for them, and now it's looking pretty bleak for Temple.
Yeah, that's definitely not what they anticipated on the second half to be going like. I mean, you had a chance to make things close in this 4th quarter, but you let the 3rd quarter get away from you, and it kind of just snowballed after that fact, and Leonzi takes advantage right there.
Down by 3, Temple will have to get some quick scores off to get back into this game of a face-off. Gigi Leonzi, her 2nd goal of the season, only her 3rd game played.
So coming up big, coming off the bench and making a big play, earning herself some more playing time there.
Definitely. Always good to see that. Fortunately, means Temple's down 11-8 with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They'll have to be aggressive, and they'll have to utilize those last 2 timeouts wisely.
Yeah, it's going to have to be the same thing that Faccioli did a few possessions ago. Kind of just get it and go. There's not as much time to run your sets as obviously time is at a premium right now. So you're kind of just going to have to not pass up the good shots. It might just have to be a lot more of quick decision making and forcing your way deep into the box. You're gonna have to put a lot of pressure on Kane here.
Definitely. As a foul is called, there's Pitt brought it down to Temple's end of the field, and we'll have a free shot here.
Yeah, and things could get away from Temple here if they let in one.
Rollman, big opportunity here and a score. And Pitt quickly goes right down the field and scores, and this is getting away from Temple.
They might be taking this one off. I think Grolman was pretty expressive after that goal. She was jumping around, and I think she was asking for a call. And obviously you can see here the officials are talking about something, and there's no goal on the score bug right now, so
looks like it. Yeah,
I believe they took it off.
Yeah, she may have possibly been in the crease. She was pretty close. I don't know. It looks there was something the referee didn't like there.
I mean, honestly, on the replay, it seemed like she shot it before she entered the crease, but maybe at any point if you enter the crease in the process of the goal, then I'm not sure, but that seemed like it may have been legal. I think they're talking about it though, and I guess they're not rewarding them the goal. Might just have to be a reshot.
Yeah, you have to wonder if they go to replay. It looks like they won't, but goal is taken off the board. The score is still 11-8 in favor of Pitt with 10:40 left in the fourth quarter. Temple will have another shot here.
Yeah, same play. Grolman with another chance.
And the shot is high. It was high of the net. Temple looks to regain possession. Gauman right in there.
Yeah, now you have to go.
Grolman looks for somebody to bring it out to. Find someone. Goes back out to number 24, Herbert. Herbert bringing it down the sideline. Herbert with some room now.
Yeah, this is the kind of pace that Temple needs now. Only got 10 minutes to make up 3 goals, so.
Fascioli now with the ball, passes it out. Now behind the net. Back to Fascioli. Out to Culp. Lexi Culp back in. Looks for Erin King, couldn't find her. Now she does. King now looks for a shot. Back to Culp. Culp looks for an opening. Back to Sabrina Martin, who's been busy today. Out to Gauman. Gauman to Cassie Brown. Couldn't quite get it, but Connor was there to pick up the remains. Back to Brown. Now to Gauman again. Gauman out to King. Back to Gauman. Good movement here. Gauman looks for Brown. Brown couldn't quite handle it, but gets it back. She passes it back out to Gauman. Gauman looks for an opening back behind the net. It's Culp. Culp back to King, and now a foul. Long possession there. A lot of movement from Temple. Couldn't quite get a shot off. 7 seconds on the shot clock. But we'll have a shot on goal.
Here's King. Looking for a 4th goal.
And she gets it. 4th goal of the game for Lexi King. One of 2 players this game to have 4 goals. Jenna Hendrickson being the other. As Erin King has kept Temple in this game all day, and she gets her 4th goal of the game and her 21st goal of the season.
Yeah, I mean, just terrific stuff on the way. You can see her passion after that goal and a message to her teammates. Probably something along the lines of we need more and we need it now. So a good job by Faccioli on the goal prior, and Erin King with the aggressive play and her 4th goal of the season. So now Temple has to make up 2 more goals in these final 9 minutes and 5 seconds.
We'll go to a media timeout here as Pitt leads at 11-9, but an Aaron King goal puts Temple right back in it, and we'll be right back.
Nice. She's dirty.
Yeah, that was a good shot. He's had some crazy shots today.
Yeah, that was just like 90 miles an hour in the left part of the net.
Yeah, there's no stopping that.
I mean, like, dude, being a goalie is.
Yeah, it's especially in lacrosse. Like that thing is coming at you so fast.
Like, how are you supposed to say? I'd be so ass at goalie.
Yeah, it's like
I'd be so ass.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be able to save like one. Maybe even hit my body.
Right.
But anything outside of my body, I wouldn't be able to save.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Especially when you're holding that stick, you have pretty good control in that ball compared to like soccer, say, where kicking the ball.
Even no, it's like you can be way more accurate
Exactly.
in lacrosse than like just a random shot. Like even hockey, you can still be pretty accurate,
Right.
but you don't have it like cupped in to stick like they do.
Yeah, you have good. You also have like hockey. You never have like space, like
No.
Like so here you have some like space to work with.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Back out of this media timeout here. Aaron King gets her 4th goal of the game. Puts Temple back into it 11-9 now. Story of the game, it's been a pretty evenly matched game outside of that third quarter. Temple got outscored 3-1 in that third quarter. The Pittsburgh Panthers, as Pitt goes to Boston College on Saturday, plays number 12 Duke on April 5th. That's number 1 ranked Boston College, by the way. RMU on April 9th, number 20th ranked Notre Dame, and number 16 Clemson after that. Just a stacked ACC conference.
Just ranked opponents all over the place.
Yeah.
Man, I mean Boston College. So you got Temple, and then you're going to go all the way to Massachusetts. It's about at least a 5-hour, 6-hour drive. 6-hour drive
At least.
to BC there, and after that travel, you're going to have to get off the bus and play the number 1 team in the country.
Harding in for the face-off for Temple as Pitt wins it. There's Giandonato in there. Giandonato. As Pitt loses the ball, but it goes back to Kane now. Kane looks to get it off and does.
Yeah, I mean, you still got a chance here for Temple,
Absolutely, as Familetti gets the ball, brings it back in for Pitt on their side of the field. Pitt looking for an opening, back behind the net now. Goes outside the box. Teratovic, who's been great today for Pitt, looks for an opening. Can't find one, goes back behind the net now. Looking for an opening. Good defense by Temple.
You really can't give up any more goals at this point if you're Temple. I mean, fortunate enough to get that 4th goal from King, giving her all today, and they're still down 2 goals. So just with 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter, you don't really have much more room to give up any more goals. And there you go.
Another goal. Looks like that was. That might have been Teratovic in there. It's kind of hard to see. As Pittsburgh takes a 12-9 lead, a 3-point lead once again, and every time Temple responds with a goal of their own, it looks like Pitt's right back in there to take it back.
Yeah, they just give one right back up.
It was Teratovic.
Yeah,
there.
so I mean, I think that's her 3rd goal of the game. So hat tricks all over the place. Hat tricks for Hendrickson and Teletovic.
Pitt goal scored by
for Pitt,
number 26,
and then obviously you
Paige
have the hat trick
Teletovic.
for King on Temple side, but it just hasn't been enough today. And I mean, Sean, you talked about it going into the game today. That defense has been the main problem for Temple, and it just continues to be that way. They are just not able to stop. And Grolman, I think it's safe to say that she's struggling pretty hard today. Almost seems like almost any sort of look that Pitt gets either good or great look, they're scoring. So yeah, I mean, just 2 goals coming into today for Teletovic, and 3 so far. So this is pretty much a career game for Teletovic, and players really tend to have career games against bad defenses. So Temple kind of repeating their same patterns on defense in today's game.
Pitt dominating on faceoffs right now. They get the ball right back and bring it back towards Temple's net. Looks for a goal. Grolman with a save there. Good job by Grolman as she'll look to clear it out for Temple. They give Temple a shot at winning this game. They got to go quick, though. Liberio brings it downfield. Out to Gauman now. Gauman throws it across field. That's Cassidy Brown in there. Back to Gauman. Good look. Can't quite get it off. Back to Brown now. Looks like that's Liberio back there. Now back to Culp. Culp now back to King. Sabrina Martin. If I had to guess, try to get it to your best player, Aaron King.
4 goals on the day. I mean, odds are she could probably get a 5th. So she's standing right there in the middle. We'll see. We'll see if she stays aggressive. But Temple not really putting themselves in a position to win this game. Still down 3, and you're almost 9 minutes through in the final quarter.
Sabrina Martin looks for an opening. She couldn't quite get it off, and it's Pitt, and saved by Molly Kane, and it's Pitt's ball. Back to Kane. Pitt's just going to look to waste a little bit of time off the shot clock, drain it all the way down as much as they can.
Yeah, there's just not enough possessions left. I would love to say that Temple still has a chance to win this one, but by the way that Pitt is controlling the game and scoring on almost any kind of opportunity that they get on offense, it's not going to be very easy for Temple to do that.
Giordanato falling backwards.
Yeah.
Looks like it's Temple's ball now. Almost looked like there was a foul call.
It was legal defense. She got tripped up, but it was definitely not. It was definitely not a tripping call warranted for Temple. That was legal defense for sure.
Referees don't blow the whistle on what looked like a legal play. But
you're gonna need to score on this possession and then win the face-off and score once again before about the at least 2-minute mark, 3-minute mark. So Temple, obviously a very slim chance of winning, but I mean that's the game plan if they want to get themselves back into this.
Faccioli puts it out for Culp. Culp now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a shot off soon.
Aaron King
should be King.
Puts it back to Culp. King now looks for an opening. Doesn't got it. Looked for Brown there. Couldn't quite get it off. And back to Pitt now.
Yeah, I think I mean, you hate to tell a player to be selfish, but 4 goals in the day seems like the goal is a pretty wide target for her right now.
Yeah, and as Pitt scores once again, and it's a 4-point lead now.
Yeah, just unfortunate. A tough second half for Temple. They played phenomenal in that first half, and I was honestly pretty shocked for them to be tied up 6-6 with Pitt at halftime, and they're the downside of this team this year is obviously their defense and giving up goals, and that story continued in the second half. I mean, they're getting outscored 128-78 on the year coming into today's game,